It's always Joe's fault. Thank you for letting people know.
That's all right.
It's always Joe's fault. If things is that a bit loud, the Vinny music now? Ugh. We had mad panics because OBS be doing OBS things. That happens. It's streaming. It's live television. I actually had a really happy moment yesterday, Luce. They probably can hear that. I actually had a really happy moment yesterday.
Yeah.
I was watching football on Sky Sports. Okay.
Well, we've got Sky Sports.
I have, yeah.
Have we got Sky
No, just Sky Sports.
on our telly?
No,
Oh, okay.
on my computer via Now TV. I was watching Sky Sports yesterday, right? And there was Sky Sports. Obviously, I don't know if actually, to be fair, for the Americans, Sky Sports is like our biggest TV provider, like satellite TV provider, essentially. And I was watching Sky Sports yesterday. I was watching the football, and there are two people at a ground. I don't know what ground it was. I wasn't paying lots of attention. It was just there in the background while I was doing stuff. And they had their microphones. They were talking, and as one of them was talking, every sort of third word, he had a loud static psst, psst, the same thing we've had in our studio, like literally the exact same sound. And although I'm gutted that you're having tech issues, I'm like, it's the same. Sky Sports gets the same issues.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, right, where it sounds really childishly silly, but you're like, I mean, if Sky Sports get that issue, I don't feel so bad when it happens. It still annoys the shit out of me, but I'm like, you know what? The literal pros that do this for big money have those problems. So I'm actually feel a little bit better about it. So, and it does help you when you get those tech gremlins. Then you get those little bits like there's little moments where you're basically like, happens to the biggest. It's the thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, it made me feel a bit like, it helped make me feel a bit calmer when things go wrong. So I was sat here and all the audio stuff wasn't working. I was like, we go live 5 minutes late, so be it. We'll fix the audio things.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if I'm 30 seconds early, there's 25 people in chat telling me I'm late, so I might as well fucking be late anyway. To be fair. But chat have yet to realise that the more they whinge about me being late, the more I just be late on purpose.
This needs more tea. I put too much milk in. More tea.
Anyway, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so sorry we weren't live on Friday. If you could hit the magical YouTube buttons for us today, that'd be greatly appreciated. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video. I was man down Friday. The man flu took both Joe and I. In fact, Joe messaged me yesterday, which was the first day, I think he said since Friday, where he'd actually managed to get out of bed.
It's the season, though.
Although Joe looks like the sort of individual that would spend 2 days in bed anyway, it was because man flu. So he had a very bad couple of days of feeling rough. I wasn't. It sounds like he had it worse than I did, to be fair.
I've got a couple of friends. They don't have flu, but they have the seasonal something.
Seasonal affected.
That's it. Disorder.
Yeah, that's something.
And they're feeling really gloomy at the minute. And
I get that.
I really do get the impression that their mood is just so low.
Yeah, I absolutely get that. I 100% get sads.
I'm trying to cheer them up, but because I'm mostly chipper, I'm not helpful in this situation.
But I get that quite badly, and we've had nothing but grey air for quite a long time. And then after Thursday, where I felt myself getting sick, I woke up on Thursday morning. Remember, I said on Thursday when I woke up, I felt a bit shitty. I felt dreadful throughout the day. Joe agreed to play, and then he was about 6 hours behind me on getting ill. So by the time we went to play, he's like, I feel really rough. I was like, why did you agree to play then? He was like, because I felt all right when you asked me.
You always smell a little bit sour whenever you get sick.
Thanks, and then on the next morning, I felt really, really shitty. I had a head cold. I was supposed to take my eldest in for an operation on Friday, but I was coughing and spluttering and sniffling, and I was like, there's no way they're letting me in the hospital like this, in the surgical, the child's fucking heart cardio surgical ward. Not happening. They'll be like,
get out!
Go away!
Get out!
So in the end, I had to drop Luce off to the doctors at like 11 and come home and sit here and just sort of feel sorry for myself, all zipped up with my fucking like that. Luce then took him, and to be fair, he didn't get seen till 2:30, 3 o'clock.
No.
Finally had his operation. His heart monitor's now been removed, which is quite good. That's like, we're almost there now. We've got like 2 days. Wednesday, the sutures come out, and then we're done.
Well, I had an interesting moment with Doctor Number One, because they come around and they do a bit of a workup. So can we do an ECG? Yep, fine. And the doctor came round to... Two things really shocked me about the questions towards James. First one was, James, do you mind removing any devices you have on you so we can do the ECG without any signal interference? And he was like, that's fine, my iPad's over there, Mum's got it. The nurse leaned in and said, do you have any devices that Mum doesn't know about that you'd like me to just slip out of your pocket for you? I couldn't believe it. And James looked at her and went, no, it's Mum's got the iPad.
I absolutely can believe that.
And then the anaesthesiologist came over and she said, James, do you smoke? And he went, no, I'm 12. No, I don't. And she said, correct answer. And I said, do you get 12-year-olds that smoke? And she said, we had a 9-year-old last week that told me how many he smokes.
Brilliant.
What?
Yep. I can believe that too, babe, to be fair. Anyway, operation done. Came home, was a bit groggy, struggled to sleep that night, but then had an absolute stonker of a sleep on Saturday. Yeah. He's fiddling with his little... He's got like he's got stitches in the wound and a dressing on. He keeps fiddling with the dressing, but that can come off today, actually. And his sutures are getting removed on Wednesday. And then after that, for those of you that have been following along for the last near enough 5 years, done. Finished.
Well, when Doctor Number One took his heart rate, I was watching him take the heart rate and I thought, this will be interesting because can you outgrow an irregular heart rhythm? Is that possible? And I saw the doctor get his stethoscope, put it on James's chest 4 times just to make sure what he was hearing was what he was hearing. Then he took his pulse on his wrist and he even took his pulse on his ankle. And I said, so he's still got the irregular heart rhythm? And he went, yeah, that's some heart rhythm. That's not even slightly irregular. That's like a whole tap dance on its own. And I said, that's very interesting because he hasn't collapsed in a while, but he's definitely symptomatic. So he does still have it. Yeah. And I genuinely thought they were going to say, I'm going to send you home because I'm not sure we should be removing that today.
The important part of it is the heart condition that they thought was there is not there. So, oh, hey, Mr. War Hipster. So that's all good. That's great. Mr. War Hipster, thank you for joining us with your wonderful party of human beings. I hope you're doing well. Josh, I need to speak to you soon because I feel like I haven't messaged you for ages, actually. And I miss your voice. Mr. Stick Monkey was asking the other day for 3 best friends again, but I don't know where we could or how we could do that. But thank you for the rage, you wonderful human being. Welcome, Mr. The War Hipster's crowd. I hope you've been enjoying his stream. And actually, we're just about to start our topic. What we're talking about tonight, chat, the one army I'll never collect. So I've recently built a Orc Big Mech because I had it here on my shelf and I want to do some fun painting on said Orc Big Mech. And I'm looking forward to giving it a go, actually. And I've looked through the range and I'm like, would I collect this army? Probably not. Because I don't feel like there's enough of the range that I actually care about or like. And a couple of Thanes made some comments about it this morning. I'm like, there's a couple of cool kits. I really like the Commando kit, for example. But in terms of actually collecting a whole army of them, I don't think I would. But I'd probably never say never. And then I looked through the different ranges in the 40k section of the Warhammer website. I looked at, for example, Tau. I probably wouldn't collect Tau as an army, although I do like Commander Farsight. I do like the Coal Star Commander. I love the Kroot range. Okay, I think you could probably make an army there. Never really say never. I even looked at Gene Stealer Cults, which is probably my least favourite faction in 40k, I'd guess. Gene Stealer Cults. And it doesn't really appeal to me necessarily at the moment, but some of the models are super cool. So I don't think I'd ever say never. So what I want to know from you wonderful humans out there, and you can stick this on a colourful postcard if you so wish, is if there is an army you would never collect, what that army is and why. Now I think I'd probably say, if I was pushed into a corner, if I was forced into a corner, if I was backed into a corner, I'd have to say I'd never collect Gene Stealer Cults. Just because of the number of models, the detail on each model doesn't really interest me. But I'd be interested to know if anybody else has anything similar. Because I actually think to myself, 40k, I'm like, you know what? I probably at some point would be quite happy to try and collect almost anything. And yes, I did try and bait you into it by putting orcs on the thumbnail picture. So that's the topic. That's the things we're going to talk about tonight. Is there anything you would never collect? Anything. Anything.
Orcs are my wife's favourite army.
Well, you were going to You originally, when you thought about getting into Warhammer, Orcs was one you picked.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you realised you had to build, paint and play, you decided that Warhammer wasn't for you.
It's not just only the build, paint, and play, and that there's so many. So many.
Yeah. In the meantime, Hamlin, I think I got that right. He became a Skull Team member before we even went live. What a legend, thank you so much. And gifted a membership as well. What a bloody hero. Harborn, Mr. the Vortex Games, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Will, you are a sexual human being in New Zealand. Thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships. Mini Painting Dad, welcome, and thank you for the 1 gifted. You are legends.
I always said I wouldn't have towed, but the lack of models in the crew range means I've had to add to it. And I'm having loads of fun painting it.
The super chat sound isn't working. What do you mean? You're not getting the sound through?
Might still have a gremlin in the system.
Are you not getting the sound through? Where is the sound?
Brian.
Where is the sound? Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't super chat yet, chat, until we work out what the fuck's going on here with Brian. Because I'm getting the noise here. I can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we? Super chats. Enabled, text over image, min amount, alert duration, text over sound volume. All looks good. If I test it though, where's my test?
You actually look like a dad in those glasses.
I think that sounds bad. Test super chat.
This is a test super chat message.
Ah, how odd. So do I need to... Properties.
It's the nits for me. Dislike how they play, and it's my brother-in-law's main, so no need to double up.
We can hear the speakers. No, we can't hear it through your mic. That's it. What the fuck? Sounds far away and muffled. Yeah, that means you're actually only getting it through the speakers. You're not getting it through YouTube itself. Why? Browser.
Brian's fallen down a well.
Member goal. YouTube alerts is inactive. Why is YouTube alerts inactive?
It's fixed. Oh no. Now it's not working again.
Where's YouTube alerts gone? YouTube alerts.
Whoa! Brian down a well. Well, that doesn't rhyme with there, does it?
So YouTube alerts is on and working here. Let's drag it out. Properties. Why is it? I mean, you can't really complain about OBS, right? Because it's free, but still, it's showing as an inactive source of audio, which is interesting. What did you get though? Did you just get the test one? Did you just get this weird sound here?
This is a test super chat message.
I bet you got that, didn't you? Did you get that? Did you get the test? Thanks, John, for 20 gifted messages. 20 gifted memberships. 20 gifted from John. Thank you so much.
Oh, Stars fixed it. Whoa! We're halfway there. Whoa! Brian's over there.
Brian. Copy widget URL. Copy. Close. YouTube alerts.
On a side note, as a history bod, I thought you may find this cool. My granddad was given a Koopy by the Gurkha Commander Station in HK after the war. It's a family heirloom now.
That's fucking cool as shit.
Is HK Hong Kong?
In Hong Kong, I assume so. Yeah. A Kirky's a Gurkha knife. Oh, cool as shit.
God.
Did you hear that one from Will? No, nothing. How the test bit? It sounded like Brian was being choked underwater. Yeah, that would be because it's coming through the speakers. Why is it doing this to me today? I just wanted to work. I just wanted to work. I don't understand.
Have you tried turning it off, counting?
Okay,
and
I
then
need
turning
to.
it
Can
on
I?
again?
Can I? If I redo it, will it come up? Can you hear that? I'm literally changing settings here to things I've never played with before. Did that work, chat? Did you hear that? Did you see it come up though? No. Okay, so that's just flat broken then.
So it's probably not you then.
It sounds like it's not me. If I refresh it. So he didn't talk, but did you get the explosion?
Don't worry, Sky have these problems.
Do you get that at all? Did you get that at all, chat? Sky don't get super chats. Well, thank you for the 50 gifted, you fucking sexual hero, human. Not hearing anything now. Okay, good. Right, that's... Yeah, okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cancel super chats. We're going to save settings. I'm going to reboot. Save settings. See if that solves the problem there. I do need to catch up on my membership goal as well. Hang on a minute, chat. Will, thank you so much. Oh, Lucy just got gifted a membership. Look at you.
Oh,
Look
that
how
means I
fancy
can
you
gift
are.
back then.
YouTube alerts.
I can gift
Properties. Control via OBS.
Thanks very much, Will.
Refresh cache. Okay. It has to be in properties. I didn't change any properties. That's the problem. This is the issue I have. I literally didn't change any properties. When you all say you got half a super chat, I didn't press anything. It didn't press anything at all. So I don't know what's going on. It's fun though, isn't it? Will, thank you so much, man, for so many gifted. And John, thank you so much for the 20. You are wrong, however. All right? 30k Angron is not better. Facts. So I've got a YouTube alerts thing now here in front of me, which is good. That's working. But it doesn't seem to be making any noises, which is a problem. I have a GSC collection I'm trying to shift, but as for armies I'd never collect, good question. Black Templars is my answer. Templars are cringe and shouldn't exist. I love Templars. I like, man, how dare you? You opened that. I've got the same thing still open. That thing hasn't been closed since I opened it. It just stayed open. Super chat message settings. Everything's the same. Nothing's been changed.
How many gifted until I get a special portal like Vortex at the start of a game? Just one.
What, like your own little swirly? You want your own little video thing? Liam's getting no funding now. From what? Ooh. Close the app. Hang on. It's not an app. It's just settings within Streamlabs. Closed. No speakers. This is really weird, isn't it?
Corn demons / world eaters don't like the just run at it thing, sorry.
That's fine. I think that makes sense, though. Now let's turn that off and go okay. That's back to how it was originally. I just said super chat. What a legend, thank you. Ed. I don't know what's going on, Luce. I don't know how much I care tonight, to be honest with you. I'm just having... Here for a good time, not a long time. Test. YouTube super chat.
This is a test super chat message. This is a test super chat message.
It's a super chat message from Kevin. Did we fix it? It's not. I've restarted my machine. It's not me. Oh, my mouse is dying as well. This is going so wrong. I think this plug will plug into it though. Oh, maybe it won't. Will it plug into it? Or is it this one that I need? Right, my mouse is now charging. We're good. Fuck it. I'm just fucking quitting in a minute, Luce. We're going to watch some TV instead.
No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the last of the TED.
You're not ready for the last of Ted?
No, I can't. I'm not ready. I need time. I need like an hour.
Chat, I might... Rebooting OBS is really risky.
Why?
If no one can hear this, then 30k Angron is better than 40k.
I can hear it though. The problem is I can hear it. I can hear it all, John. I can hear everything. Everything's working normally this end.
Added 2 by 3 Shinning Spears to my list. Can't wait to see them in action. Took out the Wraith Lords and Farseer super stoked to play them tomorrow. Happy you are streaming and ready for some great haul.
Love you, mate. I love Shining Spears, by the way. They're incredible. Monitoring device. Default. Speakers. Apply. Bose audio. Push to talk delay. Okay. And then refresh this one. We can hear it to your speakers. Yeah, but that's not normal, is it? That's what we like. We're hearing it through your microphone. Yeah, I don't want you to hear it from my microphone. Hear it properly. Well, there we go. I wonder if I can route it to my Stream Deck. Settings. Audio. This is fun, isn't it, babe?
So much.
Desktop audio. Apply. Okay. Oh. Oh, I think I fixed it. I don't know if I think I might have fixed it. Have I fixed it? Is that a thing I've done?
How did you fix? Write it down. How did you fix it?
I went and found the bit that wasn't working and then I changed it.
Okay.
Help, I am in Liam's cupboard, send help.
What a random obscure setting to have changed.
Is it an update that OBS?
OBS has updated, yeah, but there's a random... So in my settings in OBS, none of you will care, and I can't show you, because OBS very cleverly won't show itself on stream, so you can't see my settings, which is clever, of course. But there's an area in OBS called audio, and there's a desktop audio, global audio devices, which was where I've never changed it, never needed to change it, never looked at it, never touched it, never done anything with it ever, and for some reason it said device not available. I'm like, what do you mean device not available? That actually looks odd. I've never gone into that setting before ever. Wait, have a look.
Testing, 1 2 E.
Thank you. Well, it was like, that does look wrong. Drop down, change to my standard desktop output, and oddly, that's fixed it. Why my desktop output is fixed, I don't know.
Hear me well, chat.
Thank you, you great big bunch of attention seekers. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, you wonderful people. And because of Wonderful Will...
Fixed, motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers. Because of Wonderful Will, I've actually sold them short here, though. Between John and his terrible... Doesn't show me the... What?
I have returned. Bow to me, humans.
Bow to you! I'll bow to you. I'm sure you meant bow. If you refresh this now, everything should come back. It's given me everything but the gifted, so I don't know who's the one. I know that Will gifted 50. I know that he also gifted 10. And I know that Ballsack gifted 20 under a guise that it wasn't him. His pretend name was 30k Angron is better than 40k Angron, you dick. Which is incorrect. And a lot of the internet agrees with me, unfortunately, John. But we're back. We're cooking on it. Only took us 30 fucking minutes, and we've got the stream working like it should be doing. We are actually on more members. I miscounted. We are actually on Corn's favourite, speaking of Mr. the Angron. We're on 88 of the finest. And relax. The thing is, next time that this happens, I know I'll go straight to that setting now. And find it immediately. The new Emperor's Children will be the ones I hate the most. Really, TJ? Scroto wants sniping. Ben Shaw, hey, go unsubscribe for the dumb clickbait title. Alright, fuck off then. You crack on and fuck off, dickhead. Don't bother me. Oh, how Tech Priest Liam. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Texas Wargaming. Are you actually in Texas? I assume so. Sure, thank you for 5 gifted, you legend. Be awkward if Ben got one now, wouldn't it? How's this a terrible clickbait title anyway? Knob. The internet lies. The internet does lie. 30k Angron does look stupid. I'm not a fan. I'm going to be honest. I feel like Heresy Fulgrim is probably slightly nicer than 40k Fulgrim. Maybe. You see them in person. Heresy Angron is not better than 40k Angron. Roland Bain, thank you for 10 gifted. Look at you, wonderful human beings. Look at this, Luce. At this rate, we'll be able to catch up Fridays as well. Go on, lads. Go on, lads. I guess I'll stay due to the clickbait title. Nurgle and GSC, but I don't like how Slanesh corruption is depicted. I'm kind of... The Emperor's Children stuff, I'm kind of glad the direction that they've gone. I think it's okay. I think it's alright, actually. I'm here for it. I was wildly concerned it would be mad guitar nonsense. Like, that's what I thought it was going to be. Like, mad... Like, that one Noise Machine they did ages ago, and I was like, I don't want that vibe. I'm kind of glad the vibe they've gone. I don't think I'd ever... I think I wouldn't collect Genius and Occults. I think I probably wouldn't... I've tried AdMech once, so I can't say I'd never collect it because I tried AdMech once, but I wasn't a fan. Their models are spindly and breaky and all sorts. TJ, thank you for 5 gifted, man. What a legend. What a guy. What a guy. What a man. I feel like there'd have to be a few range refreshes or a few kit refreshes of Orcs. Do you not think Orcs is a really weird range, chat? Do you not think it's a really weird range, the Orc range? I think it is. Because some of it is like very new. Some of it's kind of cartoony. Some of it's kind of serious. Some of it's really fucking old. It's a very bizarre range for me. Hello all, first time catching live stream. Hey Adam, how's it going, dude? New Monopo's boys suck. The difficulty is, right, I think actually the new Monopose models look really nice until you have more than more than one of them, and then it's like, well, it's just a repeat model, isn't it? But then Games Workshop end up with this really difficult situation where if you end up chopping them straight at the arms and gluing the arms on, you still limit poses. And people go, yeah, but they're multi-pose, but they're not multi-pose. I mean, they are multi-pose, but they're not multi-pose. I don't know what the answer to that is, to be honest with you. I've acquired the AdMech, but they're still on sprue. I just don't like their vehicle and walker aesthetic. Don't mind the troops and the robots. The troops and robots are okay. Rumour in the 11th launch box, range is a bit hit or miss. It's very hit or miss, isn't it? AOS Iron Jaws are incredible, Edward. Yes. Strong agree. Strong agree. Can't wait for the Drukhari refresh, if it's coming. Drukhari's another one that, because their model range is kind of all over the place, has put me off for the longest time, but I can't say I'd never collect them. Interesting to see a few people have said, I will never collect blah. I'd love to revisit that conversation in 20 years and see how many of them have gone, you know, I gave in. I gave in. Would you ever say, I'll never do... I mean, you can obviously say I'll never murder a man, but, you know...
I've always found that the minute I say, no, I don't fancy doing that, I somehow wind up doing it.
Yeah, there's that famous... It's the famous adage, isn't it? Never say never.
Yeah.
Because... you never know.
It's really silly things like, for example, saying no, I don't really like the colour blue, and then you somehow wind up with an all blue brand new stationery set.
Yeah.
How has I said I didn't like the colour, and then I've gone and bought the colour.
The universe is an ironic place.
Yeah.
When I start AdMech, it would be a serious moment of hubris. Yeah, 100%.
I see what I have to do.
What's this?
No, I think if I won the lottery, I'd donate it all.
I wouldn't.
I've put it out there now.
I am playing Set for Life tonight.
Are you?
It's been a good day today.
Oh, yeah. You said
So I thought, you know what?
I'm going to do the lottery.
Lottery. And Set for Life, if you are unaware, Set for Life in the UK, if you win Set for Life, you win £10,000 a month every month for the next 10 years. Or is it 30 years?
I think it's...
I mean, 10 years is plenty, I'll be honest. I'm not
10
greedy.
years isn't life, though, is it? So Set for Life...
10 grand a month for 10 years is over 10 million, Luce. It's tax-free as well, remember?
I think it's 30. I think it's 30 years.
It's irrelevant because we're not going to win. We're not going to win anyway with a single lucky dip on Set for Life. But you never know. Never say never.
You
never
might
say
end up
never.
with a blue stationery set.
Hey, Luke. AdMech would be the one I'd never collect. How come, Adam? I did try, so I can't say never, but I would never try and collect AdMech again. Here's one. I more likely will never collect Slaves to Darkness. Don't get me wrong. They're cool, but they're main army of one of my friends. They just aren't quite my vibe. I get it. I don't enjoy the Tau range or lore, which is the main contributor for me. The story has to be there. I don't really know the lore of Tau that well, but people that know Tau lore say it's all right. Or, yeah, dare I say, decent. I think GSE puts me off because I'm not a huge fan of the model range. I don't dislike it, but I'm not a huge fan of the model range. And you need loads and loads and loads of them. And also, I have yet to... Sorry, Ash. I love you, Ash. I'm yet to see an iteration of GSE that I think I would enjoy to play with. I've got no dramas playing against them, for that matter. Just to make that very clear. I haven't yet seen an iteration of the codex where I'd like to play with it. AdMech, I've seen iterations of the codex where I feel like I could have fun playing with it. But having built an army, again, hence I can never say never, they're spindly, fiddly, fucking horrible things to try and put together. Awful. If I could build a whole orc army of commandos, new tank busters, breaker boys, maybe beast snagger boys, I'd probably be okay with it, but I don't feel like it'd be very good.
I did it, Liam. I am a paying member of your channel. It's exciting. Looking forward to the members areas when / if they get going.
Well, if you are a paying member, you should have access to the members areas already, depending on what member area you have access to. Actually, that brings up a cool, neat point, whilst I've got the majority of you paying attention right now. I've done some Discord mucking about, okay? Which I can go into general here. Yes, and I can show you my general Discord mucking about, right? Because I've done some changing here. So I will do that and do that. So I can show you what I've done to Discord, because some of you won't be aware. We have a number of tiers here in the channel, right? We have everything from Hasir all the way up to Acer, and 4 tiers in between those two. Any level that you support is amazing. We love you all. You're all wonderful human beings, and we're very, 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 very grateful, right? Very, very grateful. However, the higher the tier you are, obviously the better it is for us, okay? Them's just facts. So I always try and look and reevaluate what we're offering, what we're doing to people, and a tier that we've not done well with, or we've not looked after, or we've not really ever followed through on our promise is the Haskell tier. So they do get a higher level of discount for memberships, for being a Haskell member, which is accessed via Discord. There's a bigger discount code for them, but we did obviously promise behind the scenes, and I found a couple of issues with behind the scenes. And there's the first one is I typically tend to forget. The second one is I look at things and go, do you even care about that? And the third one is a lot of the behind the scenes stuff we can't show you anyway because NDA. So we're going to try and do more with the behind the scenes and see if there's I've already prepped the team. I've already set a calendar reminder on my phone at 10 o'clock every Sunday morning to post to Haskell's behind the scenes photo. And the lads are going to try and help along, because not all of us are working on NDA stuff all the time. So it might be by roping in Paddy and Tom and Joe and Brom, etc. We might get some better content for you. But I've done some other stuff, right? And I've started slowly. When I was sat here on Friday, whilst Luce was in the hospital with the little one, feeling sorry for myself, I started a bit of a Discord restructure. So what I've done is I've removed a bunch of channels that weren't being used, a lot of channels that weren't being used, and I've tidied it up a little bit. I've moved the sponsors section right down to the bottom of Discord. But what you won't notice, unless you are the relevant tier, is we have the general channel section, which has all the general channels that a lot of you that are in Discord will be used to, the new members section, the mental health section, the Great Hall Health section, bikes, Luce's strip, dirty bastards, the meme gallery, Lego sports, etc. We have all these normal sections, right? They haven't changed. We have cleaned out a couple. The hobby channels are all the ones that, this is what all you Skull tier members will see. You'll see all these hobby channels, right? Everything's there for you. Okay, these haven't changed. But we now have the Jarl's Council, the Haskell's Hall, and the Thane's Throne Room. All right. And the Jarl's Council has the council section and the giveaway section and their own little private voice chat if they don't want to talk to the peasants. In the Thane's Throne Room, there's a general section for a general chat. There's an army list forum that they've asked for, and then there's the WhatsApp link to get yourself in the Thane's WhatsApp chat. Now the Haskell, which is the one we haven't really done enough for lately, so if you are thinking about maybe upgrading, if you become a Jarl tier member, you get access to said giveaway that I've just shown you right here. It says giveaway. If, however, you become a Haskell tier, you now get access to all of these. So you get access to the Haskell's general conversation, but you also get access to Ask the Team. They've all agreed to it. So if you go into any of the team chats like this, and you at the individual, like Gaz has done right here, at Mighty Joe, because he did some test questions, and then these guys have all agreed to come in when they get atted and respond to these relevant question sections. Right? So if you are a Haskell, you now get access to the Ask the Team Anything section in Discord, and you can ask any question you want, right? There we go. I'm open to other ideas as to things we can do, though, to make it a better experience for people, and I'm trying to... it only looks dead because I right-click read all, because it makes it look neater when I put it on stream. All right? So, what's this thing you're showing? Discord. The heart of the community. So Discord is how the community started. Discord is how the community started to grow. And I think a lot of people over the years have got slightly fed up of Discord because it became just the generic thing that every channel offered for any level of monetization. And we still offer it because I think Discord's an incredible tool. And I don't think having whatever the Discord count is at the moment, 2,000-3,000 people have access to my mobile number is a great idea. So that's why it's restricted for the lunatics that are crazy enough to not only stalk my family, but pay enough to be in the WhatsApp chat. So that's why we still use Discord. But I'm working with Dave and I'm working with Schooner.
Who was getting rid of GSC? Eyes. Actually a cult.
What do you mean who's getting rid of GSC? Who is getting rid of GSC? Morning, Amber. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Legend. We'll get to that 200. Thank you, Morty Hammer. You're a hero. I feel so behind. Things have an army list. So they have an army list forum, yes, which Kazarian asked for. So between myself, I was having a chat with Dave and Schooner. We're trying to tweak things and change things and tidy things up. How do you upgrade? Great question. Great question. You said someone was selling? No, I didn't. Why was anyone selling a G-Stakot army? Oh, Electman. I said I was looking to sell my G-Stakot army. Was that it? It might be Electman. Yes, Ash. We don't stalk, Luce. We pay for our access. Yeah, exactly. Can you do me a favour as well, Luce?
Yeah.
You just nudge your little cable.
Hang on.
Just flick at that. On the edge of our seat here, aren't we?
See how gentle I was?
Oh, yes.
The gentlest touch, babe. The gentlest touch.
Wanted you to really fucking bang it.
Doesn't need it. Doesn't need it.
You're not the only one with tech issues. My phone system is down, so I can't do my job, so I'm just sitting around with my favorite people for now. Thanes represented.
Represented, yes. Thank you, Will Stewart. It's supposed to say represented, Luce. Luce,
Yeah.
I need to run to the toilet. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave you with chat for a minute. You finished your row, right?
Yeah, but I'm not going to be talking because I'm out on like a redistribution row.
But they can ask you questions whilst I nip to the loo and you can answer them.
Like I know nothing
2 minutes,
of
Luce.
Warhammer.
It's 2 minutes. They won't ask you about Warhammer. They know you know nothing about Warhammer. Deal?
What do you chat? What do you want to know? We're really very boring.
This is the problem with the Pizza Hut lunch, all right? She's going to take one for the team, chat, right? So you're going to have a blank seat, but you'll have someone talking to you.
Is
okay?
that smell you?
Yes, right. I'm trying to get to the toilet. All right?
Ah,
Jesus.
God. Stop eating gluten.
It's your fault. You said Pizza Hut. I'll use this one.
This isn't fair, chat. He does this to me on purpose. Awkward silence coming. I'm afraid so, because I'm on a redistribution.
Come be a Thane, you won't regret it. Hashtag note account.
Good idea, Luce. Pop on stream and talk to us. I'm already on the stream, so there we go. How is the sock knitting going? It's going good. I'm doing one now, but it's going good. I had a bit of like my little finger would freeze in position for a little time. I thought I'd done something like a repetitive strain or something, but it's going good. Luce, what is your favourite 40k model? I'm not allowed to talk about anything anymore. I'm not allowed to talk about anything, so I don't have one. What's your favourite loose fact? I don't think I have one. No, I don't have one. I doubt Leon gets diarrhea on purpose. To be fair, Luce, we're used to Joe leaving us in the middle of a stream. That's because he's got a bladder the size of an egg cup. That's why. Have you lost anything in the basket from the food shop lately? No. I thought I went over a speed bump too quick and I thought an onion. I felt something like get thrown back in the basket. So I assume it was my big red onion that got kicked then came back down. Berserkers or 8-bound? I need your thoughts. Berserkers sound like a gun army. And 8-bound, I'm going to say Berserkers. Go with those. What's your favourite shape of square? What do you mean? What's my favourite meal to cook for the family? So if the boys are having a bit of a blue day, they like my hot dog sausage pasta bake. And it's just, you can get your like miscellaneous meat hot dog sausages. It's those with homemade pasta in homemade passata sauce with cheese on the top and then homemade cheesy garlic bread. That's what they like to have if they're having a bit of a down day. What's your favourite meal that I cook?
Jeez, jalapenos for the all-you-can-eat salad followed by spicy chicken things was a bad idea. My favourite thing that you cook? That's tough.
Did you leave the extractor fan going?
For now. That's actually quite a tough one, Luce, because you make lots of things. Like, lots of things. Are we talking meals, desserts, anything?
Anything.
I'm partial to carrot cake. You knew that anyway.
Yeah.
Because that is wunderbar. Fresh brownie, though. Oh, or the Millie's cookies recipe that you follow. That's incredible. That's fucking incredible, actually, to be fair.
James's favourite is the hot dog sausage pasta bake with cheesy garlic bread.
I will absolutely demolish a chicken and mushroom pie that you make.
Yeah, my favourite. It's
seconds.
It's actually chicken and bacon, but don't tell Ben there's onions and leeks in there because
oh my god! And then you were the first person where I started eating dumplings in my stew. Oh,
really?
I love a loose dumpling. Vlad, thank you for the $2, by the way. I know I wasn't here at the time. My god, that I Joed it. I fucking hashtag Joed it. That's what I did, right?
I know it's fake sausages, but when he's feeling really down, it has to be his favourite.
What's that?
Otherwise, they asked me what's the favourite thing for me to cook, but I don't have a favourite thing to cook because as very cheesy as this sounds, when you're a foodie and you see people you love enjoying your food, it's not the food you've made, it's seeing that you're actually nourishing people you love. That's the warm fuzzies. So when James is really down, it's got to be the fake sausages.
For the pasta bakes thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, those sausages are shit. Someone help Christian.
How do I upgrade my membership?
I think you just it depends on how you took out your membership in the first instance. If you took it out on a device like an Apple device, you have to do it via Apple device. If you didn't take it out via an Apple device, I think you can just click the membership link or go see perks and then you can upgrade under see perks. I think that's how you do it. But someone out there might be able to help. See, Matt, it was very easy to go to roast dinners.
Loose, last Sunday we did the Very Hungry Caterpillar. You need to join on some of those.
That was their book club they did on Sunday morning.
What?
Yeah.
I specifically asked Sean to let me know when they did the Hungry Caterpillar.
He didn't, did he? Bitch. And it wasn't sprung over. They had to order the book. People had to get it delivered. Ooh, you got yourself in trouble now, Sean. Haven't you? Yeah. I fucking love a roast dinner. And we get homemade cauliflower cheese. We get homemade roast Yorkshire pudding, homemade Yorkshire puddings, homemade cauliflower cheese. All the things, all the trimmings, all the time. And but I feel like sometimes that's maybe like saying a roasting is a bit cheating. Because just roasted potato, roasted chicken, jobs are good, and off you go. So.
Although you like my chicken liver pate.
Yes.
And I have to ration it, otherwise you'd eat the whole thing.
Yes.
And it's way too calorific. You can't.
But I do love a bit of pate, to be fair. Yeah. So if you remember, I could have told you, well, I mean, there's been streams. You have her on Discord. There's ways and means, Sean. You just chose not to.
Have you in your book club ever read the trilogy by Judith Kerr, who was most famous for The Tiger That Came to Tea?
Loose, it's on YouTube if you want to laugh.
I might go and find it. This trilogy is a semi-autobiographical story where Judith Kerr, she is, she's passed away now, but she was a German Jew that just about escaped Nazi-occupied Berlin. And it's a 3-parter, and it goes right up to when I think she started to work for the BBC.
She had a brother called Wayne, didn't she?
No, she didn't. But it starts off, book 1 tells how like the Nazi party kind of got in through the eyes of a 9-year-old. It's a really interesting read. I didn't think I'd enjoy it that much, but I did.
Yeah. Judith and Wayne.
You're exhausting.
What are you talking about? Good as gold, me. Good as gold. Good as gold.
So if you ever did that one, I'd happily read those books again.
Yeah. I don't know. That's maybe... I don't know.
Or...
Oh.
Oh my God, what's his name? Good Cop, Bad War.
Yeah.
And the name's completely escaped.
That's a long old book, though. I think they're mostly going to stick to 40k stuff loose.
Aww.
The Hungry Caterpillar is a 5-minute read for these adults.
Okay.
Oh, Lord! What else should we talk about in chat right now? Should we talk about how wrong John is about 30k Angron versus 40k Angron? Is he still in chat? Is it safe now to tell him how wrong he is? Is he gone? I'm not balls enough to say it when he's here. He is wrong, though. And the team collectively agrees as well. You just read Kev's comment. Yep. Swallow that tea, don't spit it out. It'll go everywhere. It'll go all over your sock. Swallow it.
Okay, it's down.
That's a soundbite, isn't it? That's a soundbite for you. I'm not wrong. The whole team, and the team's quite a big group chat right now, all went, yeah, 40k is much better. Tom, who is essentially a resident Wild Eaters expert right now, who has categorically stated on repeated occasions that Angron is his most favourite character in the whole of 40k and 30k ever. 40k Angron is better. Don't dribble loose, yeah.
It's good tea.
I'm sure, yeah. I'm in a really happy mood today, chat. I'm still getting rid of this coffee shitty head cold nonsense, but I wasn't smashed as anywhere near as bad as Joe was, so 40k bias. It can't be 40k bias, Ghastly, because I categorically stated that 30k Fulgrim is better than 40k Fulgrim. So it can't be bias. You can agree with John all you want, it just means you're both wrong. How is your gym going? Last week was a washout. I was exhausted after beachhead, so I was like, I'll go at the end of the week, and then I got the cold. I'm going to get in tomorrow morning, hopefully. Actually, there's no alarm tomorrow, is there? Because it's your last day of the kids' brain break.
Yeah.
Why is he wrong? Except for the $F ending resin.
He's not wrong. Here's the thing, right? If you didn't have the 40k big plastic version, you'd think he's okay. You'd think he's decent. But the wings look a bit shitty. He just doesn't look in proportion. The pose is very strange. Really, really strange. Yeah. 40k Angron looks chunky, meaty, powerful, like he's lurching. He's like almost in a hero pose. He's just better in every way. The 30k model looks like he should for the time period, but 40k model is much better in all honesty. Correct, you're right, Ghastly. Well done. Well done. My gym went horrible today, so hoping you have a better time. Well, I'm hoping to get a session in the morning before I go over for the Liam and Joe show. Post is terrible.
Tim Curry in the movie Legend, just saying.
I do I need to Google this now to find out what the reference is for. Keep in mind 40k Angron wasn't well received when first shown. Yeah, they photographed him terribly. He's wearing gold yoga pants. Yeah, he does. It's a bit chimp versus gorilla. 100% Ash. Exactly that. The pose makes it look like 30k Angron has high heels on. Just throwing it out here, people. There's a lot of people suggesting that the 30k one looks worse. You just sit there and then consider your life choices. If you're one of those people that went, it's better. It's not. Have to get model in hand. Judo is a problem taking photos. You would assume, right, at this point in time, you would assume that a business as big as them, whose job it is to sell their own product, their own models, would be able to actually get the best possible angle for photos. But so often we have, as we've seen, so often they get it so very, very wrong. And there are too many occasions where I'm like, that looks awful. Get it in hand. Oh, here's a faction I think I'd never collect. Votan. The models are better in person than I thought they were in the images, but I just don't like them at all. That and the fact they've got literally zero depth, and I personally think, my own opinion, is their model range also has no flavour. They were better off leaving squats dead. See you later, Escapade. Thanks for hanging out, dude. I like the 30k model. You're wrong. Compare the faces. Right, I'm into it. I'll have a look later. Way more Oxara for the Latara model. The Latara model looks cool as shit. All opinions are correct, except 30k Angron, KTS, and Mr. Sevo palette. You are right, Escapade. Jotan out. Yeah, well, they're leagues of Votom now, aren't they? Because when they had good rules, Joe wanted to play them, but now they haven't got good rules anymore. Tom's playing them. They don't feel like dwarfs. They feel like another flavour Imperium. 100%. I feel like they're a really lazy design. Squats were cool. Votan are horrendous. Agree. I really don't like Votan. Never Leagues of Votan. Should have never brought them back. They indirectly delayed me getting new Eldar sculpts for even longer. Fair. 100%.
Did you know a non-working toilet on a plane can lead to it turning back after flying for 45 minutes? What a fracking day I've had traveling.
I didn't know that, actually. We used to have massive issues with working toilets on the railway. So if we had a train with 0 working toilets on it, they could refuse service and take it out. Well, if they had 0 working toilets on it, they got fined. So they would cancel service if there's no working toilets on a train.
I guess the fine was more expensive than refunding.
The fine's hefty, yes.
Yeah. Wow. Surely they'd check the toilets before.
Yeah, So we used to hand the train over. They do a full check, and they would just make sure the toilets were working. And if we had open defects on trains with defective toilets because they weren't working for whatever reason, we then had to make sure that they were coupled to trains that had working toilets. So if you had a 5-car train and you coupled it to another 5-car train to make a 10-car, and one of them didn't have working toilets, the other one would then have to have working toilets, and they'd have to be on a diagram where they wouldn't split.
But the planes, surely they'd get checked.
They would, but if it becomes defective in flight, I don't know how big the plane is that Adrian's on, but number of toilets normally scales with size of vehicle, doesn't it? So, like, a bigger plane will have more toilets.
Yeah.
So if he's on a small flight with 1 or 2 toilets, and they both break for whatever reason because Joe's on the flight or something, fine cheaper than the cleaning bill. I've seen some horrible stuff, Kev, to be fair. But the train fines were ridiculous. So Here's a little side story for you, chap. When I was not the last proper job I had before I left and did this nonsense for a living, but before that, when I worked for Siemens Rail, I was stationed in a depot in Southampton called Northern, which is by the studio right now, and we used to run the maintenance for the 450 and 444 fleet of South Western Railway trains, and so my job as the production manager was essentially to manage everything on depot for the shift I was in for, right? And that would also mean that I was managing reactive maintenance as well as planned maintenance. And so what would happen is if a train failed, we would have to dispatch technicians to get to it to try and get it moving as fast as possible. And this was a big deal. So trains going along the track, choo-choo, that's what happens. Choo-choo, right.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a point where it fails and it stops. After a number of minutes, I think it's like 3 or 5 minutes, I think it is. In this country, at least, it creates what's called a TIN, a train incident number, and minutes start to accrue. And they are fined per minute by the DFT. I think the last time I was working there, it was £97 a minute was the fine. So 10 minutes, 970 quid. 100 minutes, £9,700, right?
That's a very specific number.
Well, it moved. But around £97 a minute was, I think, what it was when they were failing. The problem is, train number 1 gets stuck here. After 3 minutes, the tin starts, and it starts a fine of £97 a minute. Train number 2 comes trundling on, choo-choo, and then it gets stuck because you can't go round. It's a fucking track.
Yeah.
So this one, after 3 minutes, starts its own tin. But because this is the reason why, that fine gets added to that one. So now it's £194 a minute fine. And then train number 3 comes over, choo-choo, it gets stuck because this one's still fucking not moved. And then you add that £97 to that £194 a minute.
Right.
And it goes up and up and up. And we've had tins before that are like £700 a minute going. And higher. We've had higher.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And if that train then gets stuck for half an hour...
Ooh. Plus then all the refunded tickets because people have had to...
Yeah, so not only will they be fined by the Department for Transport for that massive delay, but
Yeah.
then customers will be wanting refunds or compensation for terrible journeys, etc.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pressure in that job to get trains fucking moving as fast as possible.
Is that why you were tired all the time? Because you spent all day going choo-choo,
Choo-choo!
and then
Choo-choo!
and then you have to get your deputy, right, I need your hands because there's 4 trains now. You ready? Choo-choo,
Yeah.
choo-choo.
And my boss
oh,
will be
there's
like-
another train,
My
right?
boss will come in and be like, why are we paying you?
I need the supervisor, we need another hand. Ready? Choo-choo,
Then,
choo-choo.
what you'd also have to do is you have to gather evidence, etc. Because at the end of the month, you'd have a representative from our company, who's the maintenance provider, a representative from the train operating company, South Western Railway, a representative from Network Rail. They'd all get together and discuss the fine. And so if the train failed because the driver did something stupid, and the reason why the train failed was because the driver did something stupid, what happens is South Western Railway go, we've got a 74 grand fine here, right?
Oh my god.
But it's a maintenance failure, so you as the maintenance provider are going to pay the fine? And we'd be like, no, because the driver caused it. So he's going to pay the fine.
Having done a dark mech army for the tabletop tactics guys, regular admech feel lacking. Heresy mechanicum much better.
Phil just super chatted to tell us that he prefers tabletop tactics to us.
Rude.
That's what he just said, basically. So, so then what happens is you used to get 3 grown men plus extras in a room at the end of the month to squabble over who paid the fines. Yeah, but it was a wheel issue, so it's definitely a maintenance provider. Yeah, but the wheel was damaged from the track, so it's Network Rail that got to pay the fine. Yeah, but the track was damaged because the trains aren't looked after, so actually they should pay the fine. And they'd actually literally squabble and bicker about who gets to pay the fines.
Who gets to pay it?
Yeah. I'm the holder of the second highest fine in my company, 181,000. Jesus Christ! What did you do? What's wrong with GW? Nothing? Why? Phil, thank you for the $5 then, man. What a legend. What a hero. What a guy. Once suffered a 6-hour delay due to someone ripping out a headset on a flight. Plane couldn't take off because it fucked the TV, which gave us the safety instructions. That makes sense, though, I guess. If you can't give safety instructions, you can't take off. But I bet he was super popular. Did you leave him on the plane, Boltek, or did you get him removed? I'd have been like, I'm happy to stay on this plane and wait once he goes, because it's his fault. Or was it an accident? I guess if it's an accident.
40 minutes in and haven't he done a fecking thing brilliant.
Me neither, Will. Me neither. Sat here for an hour and 10, doing nothing really. Welcome to my world, sir. We need to make a Will Stewart graphic.
We do.
Yeah. So every time he gifts memberships, we just press his little graphic. A little swirly face comes up. So we'll superimpose it over like Frodo, just skipping through the Shire. Wheels locked on a wagon. I was double-headed and dragged it 20 miles. Set fire to a couple of miles of the line-side grass. Jesus.
Is that a train driver thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you a train driver, giddy parasite?
Double-headed and dragged it 20 miles. It was the flight before. We got stuck in the shit island terminal at Heathrow. Oh, ugh. Yeah.
Brother, ew.
Brother, we're watching the rest of Ted after this.
Yes. I'm not ready. I don't want him to go.
I hasten to add I was absolved of all responsibility. Freight driver.
Oh.
Don't know exactly what that means, but fire is great. Fire is great, Mike. I like to play with fire, and I often get told off with it. My eldest is... Do you know James is terrified of fire?
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
You light the little candle lighter stick thing we've got, and then chase him around the house with it.
Why would
Fucking
you do
hates
that?
it. He hates it.
Well, not surprised.
Are you at the episode where Beard dies? No, not yet, no.
No. No. I am not taking that bait.
No?
No.
We're on the last episode of season 3. Although, there's rumours there's a season 4, but he won't be in it, so I won't watch it. Because what's the point?
They have to rename the show.
Not Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Just add a word at the start.
Ted Lasso?
The Heroes of Hell's Last, also £47.50 straight to Legends. What are you doing, GW? That's mental, isn't it? But then I guess it's commemorative. Like, I don't mind this too much, though, to be fair. I don't mind. So I built Earthtak, or whatever the fuck he's called, the orc character. Right? I built him the other day. He sat here because I had nothing else to do. Nothing else I wanted to do. I wasn't feeling very well. So I built him. And Brom came over just as a building project, to be honest with you. And Brom came over and he was like, "Oh, he's cool. You seen his rules?" I was like, "No, I haven't looked at his rules because I'm not building an army or a list." And yeah, I use his rules. So I went into the app. And I was like, "I can't find his rules." He went, "No, he's got no rules in the app. He's got Legends data sheet." I was like, "Oh, okay. If they're going to make cool characters based on narrative stuff, release them as a model." And go, you know what? We're going to go straight to Legends with these. You can use them because they have Legends rules, but we're not making them competitively viable. I actually think that's not a bad idea. I think that's a good idea. £47.50 is a bit steep, though. I'd be questioning the price point, Edward. But I feel like I would rather they gave me rules that said I could use them than just go, here's a cool Cadian command squad. Not trainer plane related, but if I get my job wrong, I go to prison. Oh, and I'll pay a massive fine. I do traffic management, and if there's an accident on one of my sites, even one sandbag missing is bad. Oh dear. That sounds stressful, doesn't it? Traffic management. In what country? In this country, Warp Strider, or in a different country? Emmy, go lie down. Go lie down. Fucking dog. All well in Chatland. Yeah, we're in chat. We're well, mate. We're good. That does mean he can be used at Joe's Day Out. He can be, yeah. He won't be painted for Joe's Day Out. I'm not bringing orcs. Kaz. I doubt I'll even bring an army for Joe's Day Out, to be fair. Highly unlikely. 10 minutes, chat. Here's your 10-minute warning. It's Mr. Necron-Man. Who's Mr. Necron-Man? This country. You do traffic management in this country. Whereabouts? Gaunt's Ghost can have rules, but not the Special Command Squad. I'd almost rather, though, Sly Guy, that Gaunt's Ghost didn't have rules, and they had the same kind of thing as the Special Command Squad. Here is some rules so you can use Gaunt's Ghosts, but they're legends. You can't use them competitively. I prefer that. I'm presently self-employed, so I can get everything wrong and no one gives a rat's ass. I'm also self-employed, Kai. And when I get anything wrong, everybody in chat reminds me immediately.
We do our due diligence.
Hey?
We do our due diligence. Keep you right. You've set a standard and we're going to hold you to it.
Yeah. Here's a 10-second memory. I have a terrible memory. Why? Oh, because it's Andy. You can't blame me when someone uses a different fucking name on YouTube. That's not my fault. Do you cover all of those areas, Andy? Hampshire, Dorset, Surrey and West Sussex for traffic management.
Oh, God. That must be the motorways then.
That sounds stressful as fuck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's stressful enough being in the traffic, let alone trying to manage it. Ugh. No, thank you.
We should ask Andy what he thinks of the smart motorways.
Yeah, Andy. Was it your idea?
Yeah.
All these smart motorways on the M3, was it your idea? Not the M3, the M27. Playing GSC in my matchup Tuesday. Any tips? You're playing against GSC, Christian, yeah? Fucking flip the table, mate. Next time you sat at temporary traffic lights, it may have been me that delayed your journey. They are bullshit. What, GSC? My only advice, Christian, is just kill it all. And if they say they can do something that sounds nonsense, then they probably can. Definitely not your idea. No, they are fucking awful, aren't they? He says they are bullshit loose. Smart motorways. I know what to do, right? Americans out there will be wondering what we mean by smart motorways. So in the UK, motorways are like your highways, right? Multiple lanes of road. Although the biggest we have is like 4 or 5 or something. But typically they're around 3 lanes. And then we had what we would call on the outside, not the inside, where the two traffics are next to each other, but on the outside of the. I'm trying to explain this for Americans. You have a section of road which we affectionately call in this country the hard shoulder, and essentially what it is it's a piece of tarmac that's not to be parked on. It's for SOS vehicles. It's for vehicles that are in emergency, need to get out the way because their vehicles failed or they're waiting to be collected or rescued or whatever, or towed. But what we also can use the hard shoulders for is when there's been a massive collision and all the traffic is backed up and you can't move on the 3 lanes of the motorway, the emergency services can use the hard shoulder to get as fast as possible to the incident, which then means that potentially people's lives are saved slightly faster. It also means that for everybody else sat on the motorway, eventually they're gonna be moving sooner because the emergency services can get to the scene of the incident faster. Okay, and what some fucking bellend in this country decided to do was go, ding, great idea, we're going to create smart motorways. What we're going to do is we're going to take that hard shoulder, we're going to turn it into a 4th lane of the motorway with electric signs above, so when it's really fucking busy, we can allow our traffic managers to open up that 4th lane to keep the traffic moving, right? Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. So what you're saying is when it's the busiest time of day, you're going to open the 4th lane. Yes. So, when it's the busiest time of day and we have an accident, all 4 lanes will be completely blocked, and the emergency services now have no way of getting there.
Sounds right.
Genius. Genius. Utterly fucking moronic. Utterly moronic. Really annoys me. You singing along?
Yeah.
I'm hungry. You hungry?
No.
I'm hungry now.
Got some fruit.
What's this nonsense?
Or mince pies.
No.
Or I've got some quiche in the freezer I can warm through.
What is it?
It was spinach and red onion.
Oh,
And
no.
I think there's some chili flakes in it.
We've been doing it here in the Netherlands. It works quite well, actually. Until there's an incident and all 4 lanes are completely blocked. And like I said, the emergency services can't get there.
NL? What's NL?
Netherlands.
Oh.
It's smart until there's a delay in shutting a lane and then there's a massive potential for fatal accidents. Yeah, well. Luce made mince pies recently. That's why she keeps offering me a mince pie.
Or some of the pate on toast.
That, by the way, sold. Winner. Will says, my dad once followed me home from a friend's party dressed as a murder clown. I had no idea it was him, and I've always been terrified of clowns.
Oh!
What a fucking legend. I assume he knew you were terrified of clowns as well, and he purposely followed you home. What an absolute hero. What an absolute hero. Right, chat, you sexy humans. I'm not going to say we've got a full week of streams ahead of us, because every time I say that, something happens. So I'm not going to say it this time round. But there is an intent to do the usual schedule. Tomorrow at 1:30 we have the Liam and Joe show. I will welcome topic suggestions in the Haskell's area of Discord. And then in the evening you will be treated to Joe, Paddy and Tom in a combination of some sort. I don't know who's playing who. I think Joe and Paddy were planning to play each other today, but I put on the schedule Paddy versus Tom because I thought that would be cool. So that's tomorrow. Wednesday, I'm back with a Warhammer show sat like right here. Thursday, there's no Liam and Joe show in the daytime because Joe's staying home. There's reasons. He's got a lot of work on as well. But there'll be a daytime stream. It's just I might be sat here doing it instead. All right? Or I'll do it from the studio if Paddy's available. I don't think he is, though. In the evening, Paddy's back for another game with me and Brom. Joe's not in all day on Thursday. And then Friday, we'll have After Dark as well. I think I'm going to run New Elves on Thursday. Despite the fact we did loads of it recently, it really excites me. So, not to mention the games they play with the speed limits. I've been through gantries that change from 60 to 50, then back to 60. I know, yeah. Dickheads, honestly. Dickheads, those people. Well, they finished the smart motorway down here on the M27. They kept putting speed limits in at 60 was traffic was flowing completely normally to test it. But you can bet your bottom dollars they were turning the cameras on at the same time. Fucking entrapment, that, innit? What was the army? What army, mate? That I'll never collect. Probably Votan. But we could almost definitely bracket into that Admech Tau. But we've got Paddy the Tau player. We haven't used Admech for a while. I need to encourage Joe to play more Admech. Or someone to play Admech for that matter. I don't mind who. And Tom's now playing Leagues of Votan, so it's not a massive issue for me, to be fair. So yeah, you've got all those streams to look forward to, you wonderful human beings. I think Dave's planning another quiz in Discord this week before one of the game streams. He's testing out a new thing at the moment, so bear with us because we're testing out new ways to make Discord more fun and engaging and interactive. And I think that covers... Is there anything else going on this week, Luce? I think that's everything, isn't it? Looking at my calendar. Yeah, I think that's about it. When are we seeing clowns? That I might be bringing as many clowns as I can on Thursday. Is what I'm thinking about. Lord of Cinder. They finished work. They finished the M27. They started working on it again. That 50-mile limit is doing my head in traveling down. Oh my god, don't! And honestly, when it finished, I was like, it's done, amazing, and then that was it, straight back. So annoyed. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna bring some clowns on Thursday for you wonderful human beings. I don't know if I need to have a look at what we've got and see if I can do the murder cloud attachment. But that's the plan at least, anyway. Beautiful. Yeah, cool. I also need to start thinking about what I'm going to run at the South Coast Super Major next month for the lols. It will be held up at what list I run. And how many models I need to get Joan to paint for that as well. So I think that covers everything. Oh, and I need to find a decent painting competition to try and enter.
Yes.
I really want to.
Shall we make one at home so me and the boys can judge?
Yeah.
No, that one's mine.
What's he looking for? His headphones?
Yeah.
Did he definitely bring them home?
We're probably going to have to discover that in about 5 minutes.
I think they might be in the car though. So.
Okay.
Good show, go poop again. Wow, I've got to have Pate on toast first, alright? I'll be using Aspect Toast. Warhouse is about. I should see it South Coast Super Major. Yeah, we'll grab a beer, mate. 100%. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ash, who's a GSC player, says to Christian Lebanowitz, the main thing is to look at killing units and characters.
Nari detachment when?
I mean, I would need to probably paint the Incarn or the Vizar, no, or Lady Vrain. Lady Vrain, probably. I don't know if the Incarn's all that worth it. I also don't know how many points I have available to me without fucking Phoenix Lords. We'll have to see. Maybe in the next month or two. I'll talk to Joe. He's got a lot on at the moment, so I'm trying not to load too much on his plate, which is why we're giving him a whole day Thursday painting, so. One army I'll never collect is Eldar, no thanks. Will, how dare you? I came and hugged you, Beachhead. How very dare you? How very dare you? Right, you wonderful human beings. It's 9 o'clock. It's the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching, you wonderful human beings. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you have enjoyed the stream, please make sure you smash that like button for us. Thank you for all the gifted memberships. Up to 113. So we're still like, 80 something behind from Friday, but it's fine. We'll let it go. Thank you for the donations and super chats. Thank you for being patient for the first half an hour of the show when everything was broken and not working properly. You people are incredible. We love you very dearly. Like I said, we've got another 6 streams planned this week. Fingers crossed. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the Liam and Joe show. Anything you want to say to our wonderful human beings at least before we go?
Best chat.
Best chat. You people are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.